Hello everyone and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today we are going to be making our next recipe from the Dolly Parton Dollywood cookbook. Today's recipe is apple butter bread. Sounds delicious. Okay, so what you're going to need for this is, first of all, you're going to need two separate bowls, one to start for your dry ingredients and one for your wet. You're also going to need a sifter. Other than that, you are going to need to grease a loaf pan. I used shortening. You can use butter or you can use the spray can stuff, but a lot of times I find for stuff like that, it doesn't really stop stuff from sticking. Okay? All right, so you're going to need to preheat your oven to 375 degrees as well. Okay, so first things first, what you're going to need is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. All going to go in your sifter here and probably in your bigger bowl because you're going to eventually add the wet ingredients to all of this. Okay, so you need 2 cups of flour. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I lost my teaspoons. Hold on just a second. There we go. Probably tossed them in the dishwasher and didn't realize it. Oh well. All right, so 1 teaspoon baking powder. You need 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. This is going to be fun to get out of this really big box. Get it? Yep, I think we did. Yay. Okay. 1/4 of a teaspoon baking soda. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Not that big one. So, there we go. Whoops. 1 teaspoon cinnamon. And then 1.5 teaspoons of nutmeg. Oops, let's put this over here. So 1 teaspoon, and then 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and sift that all together. Like a clump of nutmeg left in there or something. There we go. Okay, so we got that done. Now you can go ahead and just set this off to the side for now until you need it here in just a minute. Grab your other bowl, and in this you are going to put in 1 cup of salad oil. So salad oil can be any oil pretty much that you would use in a salad. Now I know probably a lot of people are thinking they wouldn't use canola oil, but I figure this is what I have is cheaper than using something like olive oil. So we're just going to use some canola oil. So 1 cup of oil. I forgot my eggs. Hold on. For some reason, I have a hard time remembering refrigerated things. I think because I try to wait until the end before I get that stuff, and then I forget. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and 3 eggs. Okay. Put those out of the way and throw those away. Then we're going to put in 1 cup of sugar. Sugar. Then you're going to cream this all together, which I'm going to get a whisk, I think, to do that. This one looks good. Bring that all together. You can still hear some sugar grinding up on the bottom, I think. So let's make sure we get a good thing in here. So it kind of looks like vanilla pudding. Vanilla pudding. Okay, so now to this, you are going to add 1/4 of a cup of apple butter, which we're gonna need a spoon to get that out here. So. It's a big jar of apple butter. Okay, so 1/4 of a cup apple butter. You're also going to add to this a 1/2 cup of raisins. I'm going over to mow grandma's grass. All right, 1/2 cup of raisins. Okay. And then the last thing you would add is a 1/2 cup of pecans. It doesn't say to chop them or anything. It just says pecans. I'm guessing you probably chop them up. I actually am not a big fan of having nuts in my bread or anything. I'm not even really a big fan of the raisins, but I didn't want to get rid of the raisins too. Plus, some people in my house really like them. But I'm not going to do the pecans. So if you'd like to add the pecans in, that is fine with me. That is all to your preference. I just don't really like something crunchy in my bread. Sometimes I will do it, like if it's a banana nut bread, because, you know, it's a banana nut bread. That's the whole point of the bread. But for something like this, I'll just omit them and leave them out. Okay. Okay, so once you get that all nice and mixed up, you're going to take your dry ingredients again. Oops, there's a raisin there. And you're going to add this to them. Okay. Make sure we get all that there. Set that in the sink. And you're just going to mix this all together. Slathering stuff everywhere. Make sure you get your sides scraped down real good. Get everything mixed in. Okay. And this time you got a nice, good looking batter. Okay. So now you're going to get your greased pan, loaf pan. I'm going to grab a spatula. And we're going to move this out of the way. And you're going to pour this in there, okay? Okay. Once you get that all in there, I'm just going to kind of smooth it out a little. Okay, so now you are going to bake this at 375 degrees for about 1.5 hours, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven. I'm going to try for 1.5 hours and see how it looks. I'll let you guys know if it looks like it needs longer at that 1.5 hour mark when I come back, and then we will try this and see how it tastes. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, you guys, so our apple butter bread is done, but it kind of looks burnt. So it still had 20 minutes left of the 1.5 hours that it was supposed to be cooking, and I kind of started smelling overcooked raisins and a little bit of overcooked bread. So this is how it came out. It's really dark. I mean, unless it's supposed to be that dark, I think it's a little bit overdone, but we're gonna try it and see how it is. So I would suggest with this one of maybe only baking it about an hour and then check on it and see how it's doing. Because yeah, the outside at least is burnt. Oh, now the inside looks pretty good, you guys. So it's moist and soft. So that's good. Okay. So it could still be good. So that's the main point, right? All right, so let's give this a try and see how it tastes. It might taste really burnt on the outside and maybe good on the inside. Let's try. It's actually really good. So it's a little crunchy, not like super crunchy, but a little bit of a crunch from the outside, but it's not burnt tasting, so that's fantastic. And it's actually really good, you guys. Not really sure that it really tastes quite like apple butter, but I do get a hint of apple in there, so that's delicious. I'm surprised. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Bye.